Hey guys, this is George with Melnix. In our last video I showed you how we're wet sanding the hood to a flat, and now we're using 3M number 1 compound to go ahead and wet sand. After we wet sanded the hood, we're going to actually polish it to original shine. It's all depends what you prefer. You could use a wool pad, as Roman prefers a wool pad. I personally prefer a foam pad. There's also different kinds of pads. You don't want to use a pad for polish on rubbing on the first stage. So you want to use a proper pad or proper wool pad on polishing the hood. So this is step 1. He puts the compound and he spreads it all over the hood. He's going to rub it for a couple minutes, and when that gets all glossy and he gets all the scratches out, he will actually use a number 2 compound, and he'll use a different pad on the hood. And I'll show you what that looks like and how it actually starts glazing again. This is what it looks like now, but obviously in just a couple more seconds it's gonna start shining again. As a matter of fact, you can start seeing a little bit of glaze in that hood. So the process is not fast, but you could definitely restore your old hood or bumper or fender with a dull finish. You could make it look again like it's new. Obviously you want to be careful. You don't want to rub through a clear coat. So in our next video we'll show you what it actually looks like when it's actually done. This is the difference you start seeing between glossy, it's not finished yet, and between flat. When you polish the hood, it's very important to do it in sections, because if you go ahead and put the compound on the whole entire panel or hood or fender you're working on, it will dry out. It'll make it very hard to buff, and it'll make it very hard to get it off. When it's still fresh, with nice warm soap and water, you could wash it off. But it's very important to go ahead and try to do it in the sections that you could cover, approximately like this. This is number 1 compound being spread on the other section of the hood. You could get it done in 4 sections, sometimes in 3. Based on your experience. But if you inexperienced, try to do very little section at a time. And you also do not want to do it on outside where there's 80 degrees and direct sunlight hits the hood. It will make it very difficult to buff. If you do it in a garage, which is acceptable, but if you do it outside, you definitely want to stay off the sun so you don't bake that compound on there. Because like I said, it'll be very hard to buff, but you will definitely make it look a lot nicer than having, 5-6 year old clear in a vehicle where it's dull and it's not shiny.